Really looking forward to sitting with the peers. I'm looking forward to the discussion we're going to have together, especially looking and discussing about how the industry is kind of progressing, especially in this region. A little bit of a focus, hopefully, on the technologies we're all using, how we're using those different technologies together. Maybe a little bit of a discourse and a disagreement on how we feel the industry is moving forward, especially with the changes in materiality and the innovation technology, particularly maybe with how clients are evolving and the clients' briefs are evolving, and how the region as a whole and the architecture of the region is changing really and maturing. How the market is definitely very different to where it was maybe 10 years ago. From ourselves at SSH and the kind of the visibility that we have on the market, we're definitely seeing more wide use of the digital environment, a lot more use of the digital environment, and that the benefits of that being the efficiencies that are coming out of it, and the way that we can start to imagine and use, manipulate materials in that realm, rather than the use of kind of mock-ups and things like that at the very early stages. So I think that those innovations are allowing us to do things which maybe 10, 20 years ago that weren't possible, and they're allowing us to not only create buildings which maybe look a little different, but also actually improve their efficiencies, they improve their construction capabilities, and they help the whole industry as a whole, really. For me, the moment in the region, it's I would say the big thing really is maturity of the market. I think where previously there was a rush to build and to get the building stocks up, and there was also a focus maybe on iconic elements and kind of iconography within the language of the buildings that we're using. There's definitely a maturity with the developers and the developments that we're working on. That's not to say that it's less, it's actually better, I think, and that's led itself as well into this idea of looking towards things that we're building and designing for longevity. Fashion is glimpsing and kind of as a moment in time, but I think a lot, especially what we do at SSH, a lot of the designs that we do, we want buildings which will last the test of time, shall we say, and I think the market wants that as well. And then the third thing, obviously, the bigger innovation is the use of new materials, I would say, and the use of new technologies. Not just in our building stock, but the way we present as well. The use of virtual reality, which we've really bought into in SSH, and we use as a design tool as well as a presentation tool to clients, but also to the wider public as well when we're helping clients with media and marketing and things like that. So yeah, I would kind of say the maturity, longevity, and technology are the big three trends, I would say. I think it'll keep progressing the way it's progressing now. I think with the advent of obviously new hardware, new software, architecture has always kind of stolen from other industries. A lot of the technology we use now, obviously, the renders and things like that, which we use daily, comes obviously from the movie industry and the media industry. We take that on board and we've made it our own. I think now with the advent of 3D printing, both on a small scale and on an actual physical large scale, you look at things like Office of the Future, for instance. I think that's just going to keep moving more and more forward. I'd love to say I know what's going to be the next 10 years, but the reality of the matter is we're changing so quickly and we're developing so fast that every day there's something new. And that's what's really exciting. I look forward to seeing you at Cityscape Global Conference on October the 1st.